Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
Good morning, everybody out there doing it. There's your boy, Coach Lee. Fresh Sunday morning, week 2. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Insight Show by STWF Studios. And we are here to provide some insights into week 2, your analysis and all that other good stuff, as well as picks, injuries, start them and sit them. That's how we do it on Sunday mornings. But before we get started, we got joining in from a remote location because he trying to get it in so he can go 2-0 this week. My man, Uncle Leroy, how you doing, brother?
Wow, what up, man? You got me sounding like Bin Laden talking about a remote location. But I don't want the federale knocking at my door.
After that beat down your school took yesterday, man, I be hiding too.
Hey, you goddamn right. Shit. Nah, actually, I ain't hiding. I'm ready to fight. Like, They stepped on my corn and talked about my grandma and called her ugly. So, yeah, I'm mad at Jackson State University.
Shout out to them Tigers, baby.
Then we got to give a shout out to Roderick, man. I see him tapped in. I ain't going to say, look like he misspelled shit. DCL4L?
Hey, Dallas Cowboys for life, baby.
That's the new word spelling for shit. Wow, shout out to you, Josh and Lil J. Man. I see you tapped in. Hey, I got you this week for winning your fantasy football league. So you definitely got to tune in, listen to some tips.
No doubts, no doubts. So, man, overall, how were you satisfied with your performance last week?
Man, what kind of show was this? Talking about my performance? Like, you got what are you talking about?
Hey, man, I went 0-2 last week, man. Yeah, one of them was close and one of them got flew out. Yeah, well, we ain't talking about two. That makes it 0-3 then.
Yeah, you got to take your L's as they come, man. You got to count them up.
Yes, sir. But, man, we always start off our Draft Insight show with injuries. And, we got hit with the injury bug majorly last week. But, we ain't here to talk about that. We're here to talk about how players that you may have, for those tuning in or viewing, how you may be affected by the key injuries out this week.
So yeah, definitely. If any of our viewers, if y'all got any questions, lineup questions, y'all definitely ask them because last week, hey, I did get some good picks. So y'all got some good help this week. So like you said, there's a lot of lineup injuries. So definitely expect some questions.
What was funny is I was going back, like I always do. And I looked at the show from last week, and I think I had made a comment about actually you started it because you had on MT's jersey last week, and y'all we talked about the injuries that he's had in his history, and then I think I made the comment to the pretty much to the effect that y'all need him, and my man Z leaned forward and said we don't need him. Boy, did y'all need him last week. He showed up and showed out for y'all last week when he counted.
Wait, so you think that we needed Andy Dalton because did you see him on the sideline? He was trying to rally the troops, and that's what kicked Jameis Winston in gear. So I think the true goat of the situation is Andy Dalton, but we still don't need goddamn Slant Boy.
Hey, Slant Boy, if I'm mistaken, scored y'all 2 last week.
Yeah, but someone had to throw him the ball. Hey, look, I'm always, I'm a big proponent of the source. So
That is true. That is true. So let's take a look
because
at these key injuries, man.
all right, cool.
So, first off, let's get it up here. Boom, injury updates. We got right off the bat CJ Uzama. CJ Uzama. He's listed as doubtful because he didn't really practice this week. That ring any bells for you? Do anything for you?
Nothing. Like you said, he's injury. So what team does he play for?
Believe he plays for the Browns. No, sorry, take that back. Yeah, no. Who's he play for?
It doesn't say on the side that injury note.
I'm sorry, Jets. There you go. Well, hell, it's the Jets. I don't follow them. Well, he plays for the Jets, and they playing the Browns this week.
Right. So I think this game is going to be a run heavy game because both teams have well, honestly, the Cleveland Browns, they're run heavy with Kareem Hunt, and then they got Nick Chubb. But last week, Joe Flacco really did not look like the Joe Flacco who got that big contract when he was with the Ravens. So I think they're going to stick to the run game this week.
That might be a safe assessment. Joe been underperforming for quite some time. I don't think he ever recovered from getting his spot took by Jackson.
Good point.
So second injury, kind of a key injury, even though they've already played and you didn't scramble to go out against Chase Daniels, but Justin Herbert, he has a chance to play for week 3, but he got some rib injuries, and it was one point I think he's rolling to the right. He had a wide open first down, and he just threw the ball into the dirt because he was in so much pain.
Well,
so that's something to monitor.
Monitor? Well, I wouldn't actually pull the trigger. I got Chase Daniels in the big.
Oh, that was you that did it.
Yes. Yes, sir. I mean, because of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't throw the ball down because of, the inability to throw the ball. You throw the ball down because of frustration. And I think, and that's what that play showed to me, that he was frustrated with his inability to throw. So he threw the ball down out of, it was a reaction out of frustration. And then if you've seen the post-game media, oh my gosh, it was like a funeral. So with that, with everyone, the way that they were talking and addressing the media and talking about his injury, and Justin Herbert saying how, he's a great competitor. He left it all out on the field. It sounded like his career was over. So yes, I think, someone, if you're in a 2-quarterback league like we are with 14 teams, you should definitely go out and get Chase Daniels because he's a former Saints player and he's proven that he can, make plays and win games.
Hey, shout out to Chase Daniel, man. He's been a career journeyman. And I think I saw a stat where he's made like $40 million. And then, I think he's been playing the league like 14, 15, 16 years. Not bad. Not bad.
For a backup, agreed. So we got Anthony Price.
Yes, sir. He said this is the game Trey Lance is going to lose his job. Jimmy G is making a comeback. Do you buy into that statement?
I mean, he's playing the Seahawks. That's a division
rivalry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they know
he
how
did look bad last week. Yeah, it was raining, but he looked bad last week.
Jimmy G looked bad in the same, in his rain game. I mean, it was a monsoon out there, so you only can do so much when it's raining cats and dogs.
Right.
So, do I think he will lose his job? I think he'll be on a hot seat because at the end of the day, if he loses his job, what does that show to the front office and to the coach? What does that say about this? Exactly.
You probably really want to get that locker room back.
Exactly. You made the wrong decision. So, exactly. So the front office will lose faith in the coach. The team will lose faith in the coach. And I think the coach will lose his job.
Oh, man. That's a quick turn. So,
I mean, because you got to realize, like, the Niners, they don't, they went to the championship last year. They were one game, they were one game play away from being that team.
Right.
So, these guys don't want anything less.
Fair enough.
When I first got my Cadillac, and I had traded it in, I was like, hey, I needed the same ride. I could not go and get me a 4-banger Cobalt.
Cobalt.
Hey, I just had to get me a truck.
I got you. This next injury update might be key for you all. Well, you know what? Never mind. You gonna say we're gonna win anyway. It's Mike Evans has a calf injury, but he's expected to play against New Orleans today. How effective do you think he's going to be?
Effective, because shout out to our network partners, BS and Beer Media. I was on their podcast and they were talking about how Marshawn Lattimore owns Mike Evans, and I didn't get the chance to say, well, hey, Julio Jones owns the Saints. So I think Mike Evans is going to be effective in his, decoy role. Yes, he's going to be an end zone target because he's big in stature. And I seen, Lattimore in week 1, get a bit frustrated. He got a call called on us during the game. So I don't know if Marshawn Lattimore is still there. And we lost Chauncey Garner Jr. So he's definitely going to have a void. So I think, Mike Evans will be effective in his decoy role.
Anthony says, really, LOL, you have Evans and Goodwin not at 100%.
Well, every star, Goodwin's gone. I mean, Goodwin's not playing, but every star
Came
player
back too early.
gets value. Every star player that gets value is injured. They always play injured. I mean, J.K. Dobbins, he's still trying to play, come back from his, I think 2020 season ending injury.
Yep, he's still recovering from that torn ACL.
Right. I mean, everyone's
early last year.
Right, exactly. Burrow's hurt. Everyone's playing through an injury.
True. Now, this one, he's playing today, but the injury that's notated, that can go on for the entire season. And that's Jameis Winston with a back injury. He's expected to play today, but that back, man, that's something that can linger on.
Yeah, I mean, it's been there because once again, he's someone else that plays through injury. He's been injured. He didn't just go out there and get a back injury. He re-aggravated a back injury. He's had issues before. So do I think he's gonna is that gonna cause issues? No, not especially not this game because he's playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, and this is his redemption game, and that's why you see me early in the week. I picked up Andy Dalton, but when I seen that he got cleared, he's gone.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was checking you out all times of the night, making moves.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's like
on the waiver wire, like a true GM.
Hey, try to stay under the radar, man. When y'all not looking, hey, that's when I move.
Already. Alan Lazard is expected to play Sunday night.
Alvin Kamara is out for the Saints. Like I knew that.
Oh, it just came across?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Facebook user.
I think that's Cedric Powell, man. I think what up, family? Hey, he changed his name to Suave House. Definitely want to give a shout out to that. Man. You heard me? Look, I'm telling you, I'm bang loud in the tape.
That's a little throwback.
Yeah. But yeah, Alvin Kamara, he's out. So, if you were like me and lucked up and went ahead and picked up Latavius Murray, I mentioned him last week because, the Saints let him go because he wanted to be the number 1 running back. And at that time, we weren't having it. So in my mind, okay, hey, we signed him back knowing he wants to be the number 1 running back. Y'all should go pick him up.
Man. So this one doesn't have any fantasy implications, but JJ Watt he's expected to play, but he's on a pitch count with a calf injury. T. Higgins, he cleared concussion protocol, so he is playing today, and that's bad news for my Cowboys. Well, more bad news.
Thank you.
DeAndre Swift expected to play. I know a lot of people were really high on him coming into the season. I don't know if it had anything to do with what he's been doing in the last couple of seasons, or if it had anything to do with the hard knocks.
Hard knocks.
Okay. You knew where I was going with that, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, because you gotta remember, everyone thought the Houston Texans were gonna be the shit when they were on Hard Knocks. I mean, shout out to Hard Knocks for giving false hope.
Make it look good. They make it look good. They can polish up a turd, man. Yeah, we'll probably be on there next year. But
yeah, y'all fit the criteria, man.
Yes, we do, bro. Yeah, we do. Cause we bad season.
Fail to make the playoffs.
Fail to make the playoffs. New coach. All that's coming down the line. But I digress.
That's a good way to get Sean Payton down there.
Y'all want some draft picks. I see. I'm reading between the lines.
Nice.
Okay, I know they're finna be some high draft picks. But anyways, Kadarius Toney still dealing with that hamstring. He is for the Giants. He is expected to play against the Panthers.
I dropped him.
Yeah, he only had really to me like 1, maybe 2 games last year as a rookie. And everybody was real high on this guy.
Sterling Sharp. That's Indigo, my baby. I'm on baby dude. She wanted to talk to y'all. So
hey,
but he with Sterling Sharp in the miss and Daniel Jones and with Saquon Barkley reemerging as the old Saquon Barkley, I think they're going to take everyone's losing faith in Daniel Jones' arm, so I think they're going to take the game away from him and put it run the ball.
Fournette dealing with a hamstring injury, but he is expected to play. He probably pulled his hamstring from running out over us on Sunday night.
Yeah. He's always had running issues, that goes back from his days to LSU. Now there's a rookie that's coming behind him. I forget his name, Ray something. But he's someone to look out for. I think he's going to shoulder some of the load.
They're going to get them touches. Russell Gage, he is expected to play for week 2 against the Saints. He's dealing with a hamstring as well. You're going to see a lot of these hamstring injuries. It's still early in the season, and people still trying to get into playing, regular season shape. A lot of these guys didn't play during the preseason. Then you got Julio Jones. He's expected to be a game-time decision. Got a little bit of a ding with his knee. Mark Ingram, the second, is expected to play. He could see an increased workload, but depending on the availability of Latavius Murray and how many touches he can get. This one seems to be lingering. George Kittle, he's not expected to play for week 2. So he was originally listed as questionable, but they don't anticipate him being able to play.
That guy gets on my everlasting nerves.
Is it because of the potential or lack of production or availability?
The full lack of he being on availability. His ass always hurt.
It's probably going to
follow him on Twitter and Twitter bash him for this foolishness.
Sound like the only game he shows up against is y'all.
Hey, ain't nobody asked you all that.
I got to slide that in there, man.
Hey, I see you 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying? I see.
A lot of people's high on this guy, Gabriel Davis. He's listed as questionable with an ankle injury.
Yeah, that's definitely with him having a Monday night game. That's definitely going to impact some teams.
Yep. And if he does play, it's probably going to be very limited, even if he can give it a go.
Yeah, I mean, because he just popped up on the injury list with that ankle injury that I think he got during practice. So that's why you definitely want to use those as high concerns. To me, if someone like get injured in the game, it's a strong possibility that they play. But those practice injuries, those are the ones you definitely got to pay attention to.
Facts. Dontrell Hilliard of the Titans. They're playing Buffalo on Monday nights. He's ruled as out for week 2. And that's kind of big for fantasy owners because he was in there for the passing downs and he logged 61 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. So it's pretty much it's a big impact that he had in week 1. So he's out for week 2. So those that have him, you know, you got to scramble to find a replacement for him.
Replace a change of pace running back for the Titans?
Hey, he's already figured into that offense.
If you even playing that guy, your team is already suspect. I mean, what the heck? Because at the end of the day, you gotta look at their playing. They're playing the Buffalo Bills, and those guys are gonna run the goddamn scoreboard up because I think Saquon Barkley ran up 160 plus yards on those guys when they played them in week 1.
That's true.
So, I mean, that, you know, so that running game is going to be taken out of the equation real early. So I would definitely load up on passing on their receivers.
That's true. That's true. And the last one, as far as the injury updates we're covering this week, Michael Pittman has been downgraded to out with a quad injury as they face the Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, coach might be better look out. Jacksonville did stun them last year.
Hey, I'm high on Jacksonville, just like I told y'all every week. Last week coming into this week, you know, to this fantasy football season, Christian Kirk is that man, and their running backs are healthy. So I'm sold.
Y'all heard it here first. Uncle Leroy said he's sold. He said roll with it. We're going to take our first break for today, which will be gone about 10, 15 seconds. And next up, we got our stardom and sit-ems for the week. So do us a favor. Hold tight. If you're in here, like, comment, share. I'll let you by 15, 20.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
Shout out to our man, Kyrie, man. Got to check him out. He's in the group. Chop it up with him. Always dropping some knowledge nuggets for us. So next up, we have our stardom and sit-em. So right off the bat, start of the week. And you know what? From a fantasy standpoint, I can see it. Got to see who they're playing against. But still, man, he looks shaky. And that's Matthew Stafford. They got him down as a stardom for the week. But he is facing against Atlanta. Atlanta, you know, they took the L last week, but they had a decent showing for the most part. But Matthew Stafford is so unpredictable. And the offense look like it's like they definitely have the Super Bowl hangover. How y'all feeling about that?
Wait, so you said Matthew Stafford is unpredictable?
He's unpredictable, man.
I mean, that was predictable. I mean, he did not practice this offseason. So, I mean, to me, that just showed that the continuity wasn't there. He did practice, good team. They come back, like you say, with the high expectations. And so I think that, like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And so they got punched in the mouth. So I wouldn't write off Matthew Stafford or Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson, the valid point. This guy's a fantasy GM. Yeah, he don't show up during the big game, but he's gonna put us some fantasy points, and that's Uncle Leroy's favorite QBs, Kirk Cousins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting in the car, getting all happy. Yes, sir. I'm sold on kissing Cousins.
So he's going up against Philly this week, and so far, Kirk he's not letting us down. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns already, 277 yards. But I think he have a pretty decent week against Philly. Derek Carr going against Arizona. Arizona's a beat-up team.
But they got strong linebackers. And, Derek Carr, I think, he only threw, more than 9 passes that was beyond 10 yards?
Yep.
So,
yep.
I don't think, I think that he I think he gets hurried today. I think those linebackers get behind him, and I think that I think we find some mistakes today. Well, more mistakes than Derek Carr.
We got a question from Facebook user. Wilson Jr. or Penny, who would you start in the PPR league?
Man, with Ken Walker the third, I think he was a healthy scratch last week. I think he's going to be playing this week. So, and with Penny having fumbling issues and last week they won the game without, Seahawks won the game without a good running game. So I wouldn't put too much stock in them running the ball. We know Pete Carroll likes a control style offense, but control style offense doesn't bode well for points in fantasy football. So I would definitely go with Wilson because he's a primary back. He's going to have to fill a primary role that was vacated last week by what's that young fella's name? Eli Mitchell, who's on injury reserve now.
I'm dropping them nuggets for y'all today. Wow, he's multitasking.
Exactly.
Aaron Rodgers going up against a team that he traditionally owns, Chicago Bears. How you feeling about that, huh?
Man, it's crazy to say, and it was even crazier to watch last week. Aaron Rodgers. He was frustrated. He was just all over the place, and I don't think
rookie dropped the ball in the opening play.
Exactly. And he went in the offseason, during the preseason and made a statement about how these rookies need to get focused and need to start playing better. And if we didn't see that in week 1, I don't think we'll see that in week 2. So he's going to have to lean on those old guys. And I don't think it'll happen in week 2. So, I don't know about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that I think he also told, he's been quoted as saying, if you don't run the route or you don't do what you're supposed to do, that he won't throw you the ball.
Yes, he's one of those QB prima donnas that don't like his ball should be dropped, has to be, you caught a certain way. So, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Now this one, if you don't, I think last week was a anomaly, and that's Joe Burrow. He went 2 touchdowns, 4 picks last week, but I think he finds his rhythm this week, and as they beat up on my Cowboys.
I like how you keep trying to throw this disclaimer out, so I want to get on you about them sorry ass Cowboys.
The defense gonna be tired. Hey, they're just Cowboys. We need out them other adjectives. But I think he's gonna find himself this week. He himself, he had little to no playing time. Practice time was limited. He's a little banged up himself also. But Dallas's defense is going to be out there for a long time today. So they're going to have extended drives. They're going to get tired. And then I think, unfortunately, him and Chase and Higgins going to do their
thing. Hey, yeah. I enjoy, anytime hearing Jamar Chase and it's, Joe Burrow and especially Jamar Chase. I'm rocking my Jamar Chase jersey today around Dallas. Just so, anybody who wants to know. If y'all see me in these Dallas streets, I'm rocking that Jamar Chase jersey. So, yeah. I don't think Joe Burrow lost himself, So I think it took time for him to gel everything together. And this week, yes, Joe Burrow will be back to smoking Joe.
Smoking Joe. I'm still not sold on this one, but I guess a lot of people still are. Trey Lance, divisional game going up against Seattle.
If you're a poker player, there's a saying that goes around there where we say you're pot committed. And that's when, you just got so much money in the pot to where you just got to keep your hand. And I think that's the situation that we got here with Trey Lance. We just, they're just so much, so much involved with Trey Lance, so much spent, and so they just sold on it. Not sold, but they just got to go with it.
I can definitely see that. Only thing I see in there that he may struggle with, and we talked about it. Well, you know what? He's not, because he's not even available on a regular basis. Kittle, as we mentioned earlier, he is out with a groin injury. I don't know. I think he's got a lot of pressure on him. I don't know how he's going to, to be able to do that. He knows Jimmy G's looking over his shoulder. And I say if he comes out and weather's not an issue today, because I think there was some early in the week, it was predicted to have like an 84% chance of rain. But the weather is not an issue and he shows another poor performance, then I think that's when he really tightens up over there.
Everyone's falling into this media hype. One thing, it rains every day in Seattle. Secondly, the team always said, they've been saying that it's Trey Lance's team. And I think that, with this whole Jimmy G situation, like I said before, that's the team in the front office way of getting more out of Jimmy G.
That double down that you spoke about.
Correct, yeah. Because at the end of the day, are we hearing anything from Jimmy G? No. We're hearing everything from the organization. And we already know what the organization wants.
Fair enough. We got a couple of sleepers. Let me know if you think any one of them are decent sleepers. One I'm sold on and one is to be determined, but they're actually playing against each other this week. And that's Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, both down to sleepers. You buying that?
Man, I've been a Carson Wentz fan. And I think, hey, he's finding his groove. So
he did throw 4 touchdowns last week. He had 2 picks, but he threw 4
confident while doing
4 TDs. Yeah, he did. We got a couple of sit-ems. Let me know if you agree. Ryan Tannehill, Trevor Lawrence, Tua Tagovailoa, and Justin Fields and Jameis Winston. Which one of those you think should absolutely be a sit?
Justin Fields.
Not sold on the young man?
What did he do?
He scored 2 touchdowns last week in that monsoon. But they're all playing against Green Bay. And I think they're going to get after him.
Thank you. Green Bay has one of the top defenses in the league. So, let's just say, okay, hey, all of Justin Fields' capabilities, and let's speak about all the turnover possibilities that Green Bay defense creates.
That's true. This bust alert, I can agree with this. I'm pretty sure you will as well. They got the GOAT, Tom Brady, down as a bust alert, and he should be a sit this week.
Hell yeah! And it's mainly because I'm a homer.
Some of his weapons are messed up. Godwin's out. Evans is banged up. Julio's banged up. Fournette is banged up. And even though they played against my boys last week, they did not look very good on the offensive end of the ball.
But I'm going to tell you what's funny. It's like, who's the only one worried about them being banged up and all like that? The media. They're not. They show they're professional. Tom Brady, like he says, he's been doing this for a long time. And like he said in the preseason, all season, man, he's 45 years old with problems. His girl Giselle and shit, you know what I'm saying? So who knows how he left the house? Only thing I know is he showed up to the Saints Superdome real early, goddammit. So I don't know what that's because, but, just like I was telling during the podcast with BS and Beer, Tom Brady is still Tom Brady. He still has one of the quickest releases there is in the league. So, and that comes at our expense. Like, yeah, we have a strong up front, but I mean, how will we get to him? So do I think he's a sit? I only think he's a sit because of the high expectations we all have of Tom Brady.
That's fair enough. Looking at the running backs, as far as to start, we got Antonio Gibson, Kareem Hunt, Darrell Henderson, A.J. Dillon, and Miles Sanders.
I think A.J., I still don't understand how, A.J. Dillon is a start. You said start, right?
Yes, sir.
And, and he's a 1A, 1B back to, Aaron Jones.
That's true.
So, and by then, and just to that fact that, what, we're saying start two of their running backs instead of two of their receivers shows once again the concerns in this offensive throwing capabilities.
I would definitely agree with that. No, he seemed like he definitely comes in. He's a bruiser, but
Yes.
that doesn't equate to points.
Right. Only thing that is red zone touches.
Yes.
So if you're looking for
Yes.
that, if you're one of those coaches that want red zone attempts, touches, then hey, you know what? Yeah, start him. But me, in the red zone, I would rather the tight end versus the running back. So yeah, I go with him, but he would be a start with a low ceiling.
Very low. Like any points that he gets for is going to be a plus.
Right.
Sleepers, Michael Carter, Chase Edmonds, Travis Etienne, Naheem Hines, and Jeff Wilson.
Yeah, just spoke on Jeff. Just on the strength of mere volume. He's going to get. He's going to get his touches. He's going to get those opportunities. And with Geno, running the Seahawks offense, there's possibilities for screw ups, turnovers. So yeah, that's a good, that's a good sleeper.
And far as I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say Etienne. It's funny because he's supposed to be the RB1, but with Robinson still in the show, now it makes sense why Etienne's a sleeper. But you definitely got to watch. If you can, stay away from that Jacksonville running back situation. It's hard to.
It's up in the air.
It's hard to gauge.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he was a high draft pick for them last year. They got a lot of they see him as having a lot of potential, but he hadn't been able to stay healthy.
Right. They've been trying so many. Jags been trying shit, don't work. That's what they've been trying with running back. You know what I'm saying? They had so many different running backs in these past couple of years, but they didn't work. And now that they got two running backs both healthy, you know what I'm saying, it's going to cause some confusion in that backfield.
Facts.
And with Trevor Lawrence being an athletic quarterback, he possibly can steal some of the touchdowns in the red zone or goal line.
I can see that. Running backs to six, Zeke Elliott, Dameon Pierce, Cam Akers, Devin Singletary, and Damian Harris.
I'm starting Singletary. So, I know that they say, don't start him. But, one secret with me, I always start my guys on Monday night game because, it's like, hey, this is the big stage. What are you going to do? So this is your time to put up a shutout. And who are the Bengals playing Monday?
They are playing the Bengals or the Bills?
I mean, the Bills. No, the Bills.
They're playing Tennessee.
Exactly. The same team that Saquon Barkley ran up and down the field on. So why would you not start Devin Singletary?
Yeah, because they're going to probably be geared up to try to stop Josh Allen, and those running lanes are going to be open for him.
Correct. Yeah, and with Gabriel Davis, if he is there, he's going to be on the snap count. And he's going to be, he's going to be hobbled. So he won't have that same effectiveness as he did in week 1.
Facts. And let me see. We got bust alert is David Montgomery. I've been trying to figure this kid out for the last couple of years. Like, what is this? He's undersized. He's been in the league for 4 years, but I'm like, you matching up against Green Bay. Like we said earlier, it's one of the top tier defenses in the league. I can see him has been as a bust, but it seems like he's always on the cusp of he have one good game, but then he have 3 or 4 bad games right behind.
I don't understand the freaking Bears. Like they go through this bad relationship, this toxic
every year.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Like, are you going to make this guy effective, or you're not going to make this guy effective? Are you going to go with this
Right.
quarterback? Well, it's a seesaw. But the Bears have a good chance to win this year. They believe in themselves. And, this is a good, they're playing a rival, a division rival. So it's a toss-up. I see Montgomery is a RB2, high RB2, just because the Bears like him.
Yep.
And he has, he has good running ability, and he can catch out the backfield.
Okay. Y'all hanging here with us. We got wide receivers to start. This guy that Unc spoke about earlier, Allen Robinson, Gabe Davis, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mike Williams, played Thursday night already, big game, and DJ Moore.
All studs.
All studs.
The only thing
Sleepers.
is with DJ Moore, he, of course, he's at the one with Baker Mayfield. But Baker Mayfield can have a 400-yard game. So
When he's hot, he's hot.
right.
The sleepers we have Brandon Ayuk, Julio Jones, Sterling Shepard, Jarvis Landry, and Devontae Smith.
Jarvis Landry. If Taysom Hill is mayor, Jarvis Landry for governor.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, Landry, he looked like he settled in that offense already.
Hell, you look like he was birthed in that offense, man.
Yeah.
Like, and everyone's talking about Michael Thomas, but it was Landry that was creating those opportunities, because Landry was still open many times too. So, Michael Thomas just went to James Winston, was like, hey, bro, look, hit me on these slant routes. Hit me. I'm going to catch the ball. So, it was to me, it was James Winston, Michael Thomas trying James Winston's hands, and, he was successful at it. But Jarvis Landry definitely, out of that, is the number one sleeper for me.
I could agree. Wide receivers to sit, DK Metcalf, Rashad Bateman, Darnell Mooney, Amari Cooper, and Robert Woods. Amari looked bad last week, man.
What'd you say?
Amari looked bad last week.
Is that why you traded him to me so quickly?
Yeah, I don't know, man. He is the wide receiver one up there, but I think the book is kind of out on him. Great route runner. I put him top 3 route runner in the league, but he ain't got that dog in him, man.
Wait, so you just say you just spoke about his history, his awards, and everything. They say he doesn't have that dog in him.
You don't have a dog in him.
Once a dog is always a dog. You just gotta have someone to bring it out of him.
That dog, he can lose it.
Jacoby Brissett was not that guy. Let's talk about Jacoby Brissett, how he looked. And at the end of the day, they'll run first offense. They were running the ball, but Jacoby Brissett, to me, he still showed that his inability of running an offense. The reason why he's you like that too? So, that the reason why he's a backup. But I just think that he looked bad, and we gotta stay focused on the end result of Deshaun Watson.
That's
He's
true.
coming back.
Week 12 or week 11, I think. No, week 12,
yes.
right?
Week 11. I think he's going to come back week 11. But
against Houston.
Yes. What's funny? I think the NFL purposely scheduled all these games to where they're former teams.
It makes for good TV.
Exactly.
Okay, so we're gonna take our last break. We're gonna go through our pick'ems really quick, so y'all can get out there and get your league set, get your pick'ems in, or whatever you do. But we'll be back in about 15-20 seconds. Y'all hold tight.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Brew here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
All right, brother. Segment 3, home stretch. Probably one of the funnest segment of the show, and that's our game picks. So, let's take a look at these games real fast to see how great Unc and myself pick these games. And if y'all out there in the chats, chime in as well on who you think is going to get the dub or take the L's. First game we have the Jets against the Browns. Who you got, Unc?
The Browns. And like I said, I think this week you're going to regret trading Amari Cooper.
Hey, considering I needed a quarterback, it was a good trade. I go with the Browns as well. Washington at Detroit.
Washington.
I go with Washington also. I don't even know why I'm going to say this, but anyway, Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Why? Do I have to say that?
Now we all and we both on the same page with that one. We're gonna go with the Saints on that. Carolina at New York Jets. I'm sorry, Giants.
Man, it's like trying to judge brown shit from green shit. Both of them is shit. So I guess I just got to go with one that stinks less. So I'm going with the Giants.
I'm gonna go with Carolina on that one. I'm gonna go with Carolina because no, I ain't sold on the Giants. Saquon showed up last week, but Daniel Jones, if that ain't a crapshoot, so
that is true. And McCaffrey didn't do shit either.
That man, you gotta remind me. Damn, I really drafted that dude by accident. Threw my whole team out, but I digress. So Unc got the Giants, and I got Carolina on that one. New England at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Mac Jones looked like crap. The only thing the Patriots have is defense.
Agreed. Indianapolis, the Colts at the Jaguars.
Man, I'm gonna pull upset.
Really? The Jags, huh?
Yeah. I keep telling y'all, man, the Jags.
I'm gonna go with
your second team.
I'm gonna go with it's my second team, but they look kind of shaky, man. And they on the road. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville as well.
Hey, no.
Miami at Baltimore.
Now this here's a game gonna be kind of difficult to gauge because both of them are similar. They both have running quarterbacks, but I think Tua has better receivers, and it's gonna give the secondary hell to keep up with.
Agreed. I got Miami also.
Go Miami.
and this next one, I'm only picking this way because of the location, but Atlanta at the Rams. I'm going to go with LA on this one. And it's only because they're playing at home. Seattle at San Francisco. You believe in the Geno Smith hype?
Seattle. Like, I don't believe in the Geno Smith hype. He's still a guy that got his jaw broke by a team member. I believe in the Pete Carroll system, and we're seeing it firsthand, because that let Russ cook mantra, that wasn't a Pete Carroll's offense. He control the ball, control the clock. So that's what we're seeing and get the easy, and get the win. So I believe in the Pete Carroll system.
I'm agree with you on the C pukes as well. Cincinnati at Dallas. Your laughter says enough. I'm gonna go with the Bengals also. as much as it pains me.
Well, we glad too
Cooper,
got on here.
yeah. Cooper, we need you to show up, man. Just show some glimmer of hope.
That
Gotta
Dak
go.
couldn't do? Wait, so you asking Cooper to do something that Dak couldn't do?
Hey, it is what it is, man.
But you know what's crazy? Because, you know, this is how y'all, like, the history of Dallas quarterbacks have been found by the quarterback before they're getting hurt.
Yep.
That's how Dak got his job. That's how Tony Romo got his job.
It's true. Houston at Denver.
Denver.
I agree. Denver as well. Arizona at the Raiders.
What was that? That was your Mexican
No, that's my Chris
burrito?
Berman. That's my Chris Berman. The Raiders.
That's about as random as this dog running, this white dog running in the middle of the street. I thought he about to run into the car. But what was that team you said against the Raiders?
Arizona.
Arizona's maybe one worse team that looks worse than the Raiders.
So we both going with the Raiders on that one.
Yes.
Chicago at Green Bay.
I'm gonna go with the upset. Chicago.
Going to Bears. Okay, I got Green Bay. Tennessee at Buffalo.
Buffalo. Rough Buff.
Buffalo as well. And the last one, the Monday night game, Minnesota at Philadelphia.
Minnesota.
Vikings. We both agree on the Vikings. So we'll keep a tally of our picks, see how we do week over week. But yeah, man, that's we went over the injury updates, to start them and set them, and just provided our picks for the week. Hopefully this insight provides you guys a little bit of a competitive advantage. If not, these are for entertainment purposes only. But yeah, y'all go out there. You got about 35. We actually got about 30 minutes to get your leagues together, your roster lineups together, your pick'ems in. So y'all go handle that business, man. Any shout out you got for today?
Nah, that's it.
Said it's time to ball, and the princess has spoken. She said, "Get off here, daddy." But hey, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us today. As always, we're here to have fun, do our thing, hang out with our peeps and whatnot. Good luck to your team today. Unless you playing me, I hope you take an L. But with that being said, y'all tune in tomorrow at 7:30 for the OTS BS show. Appreciate y'all hanging out with your boys. Other than that, have a good day, brother.